Hi, everyone. So, have you been wandering around Candlekeep wondering, what am I gonna do about this outfit? There's a real nice function coming up, and all I've got are these little wizard robes. And I know those wizard robes stink of all them bat guano and all the other components you've got to use in your day-to-day life. You look in, and you look at the last little outfit you've got, and it's, well, times have been a little hard. Bodies change, and, well, this outfit just ain't your style anymore. Well, I've got an easy solution for you. Come on over to Jeremina Canis's. I'm over in that little hotel over in the Court of Air, and I can get you fixed up with some great outfits. Affordable, tailored, and cutting-edge styles. However, to find me, you're going to have to open up Dyson Dynamics .tv, Twitch, whatever. I don't know the URL off the top of my head. And stay tuned for the rest of the show. Hi, we're Dyson Dynamics.
Oh, is that where I pick up?
Yes.
Oh, okay, excellent. Yes, I have no announcements of my own. That being said, we are playing the Wizards of the Coast module, Descent into Avernus. We are currently in the Library Fortress of Candlekeep, where the party has brought a interesting object, as well as stories from Baldur's Gate of the various cults and factions and things they encountered there. And Silvira Savakis brought together a crisis council, and the meeting did not go well. There was a missing member, and the meeting was called off. After some discussions with Explodimus, the great reader of Artifice, you all returned to the hearth, where, upon Jeremina's request, her son had been delivered. And Olin had just experienced a friendly tap on the arm. And that is where we will pick up.
Olin will quickly spin around, getting ready for a fight.
Okay. All right. With that, Fish, you have the floor.
What do you mean I have the floor?
Well, who's behind him?
Who is behind Olin?
Come on!
I'm sorry, but is it
Go!
Yes! Go!
Who is it, Fish?
Give me a second, I was expecting this! Shut up. Okay,
Deep breath.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you. I'm returning to professionality. So, standing behind Olin is a drow man about 6 feet tall. He's incredibly scrawny, and he seems to be wearing like some semblance of like a worker's outfit, like a real blue collar kind of thing. Like cargo pants that are very worn and weary, a pretty tight white tank top, and you can see through the tank top, he has a caved-in solar plexus, and then like a very distressed like worker's jacket. He is a kind of an ugly hot dude. Okay. Definitely not like a cover model by any means, but like you could do it with some beer goggles.
Good to know. Tsunami's type, good to know.
Yeah, you are at a bar.
He seems to have a like tight beanie, but you can see the like wisps of white baby hair sticking out, and the most eye-catching appearance that I've saved for last is from neck to what appears to be down, because you can see white, like silvery tattoos sort of glowing from beneath his clothes. And I'm trying to think if I'm missing. He has like a backpack with him.
He's got green eyes.
Yes, green eyes, very pretty green eyes, and a prominent, like, hooked just a little off to the side nose. And I think he has a very infectious smile, and both of his canines and some of his other teeth appear to be capped or implants. Like, this is a guy that's been in a lot of rough and tumble fights.
Okay.
And he's going to say, "You must be..." I actually don't know who you are. I thought I was going to figure that out, but you all surprised me.
Silkez is going to whip around at the sound of that voice and go, I know who you are.
Olin looks back at Silkez. Is this someone I have to worry about?
Yes.
Marty's like looking
Olin-
back between people.
Olin takes a dagger on the side that's facing Silkez because he's
No,
sideways.
not like that. Not like that.
What other way is there to worry about?
Just put the dagger back, Erlin.
Oh my god! Okay, wow, this is so superb. Okay, Silkez Vicarious.
I'm aware.
Olin will look at the hand that's on him still.
Okay, Olin Vicarious, Mario Vicarious, this is my
Hi.
husband. But how do y'all know each other?
You all hear
This-
you all hear a very loud page turn as little one sitting in the corner begins scribing on the next page, watching you all very intently.
Oh no!
And
This is your ex-husband?
Yeah, that's my ex-husband.
Does he have a reason
my
for hanging
God.
onto my arm?
Oh my god.
Uh,
It all makes sense now. Yeah, it all makes sense now. You are his type. I'm his brother. He's my brother.
Ah, that kind of trouble. And Olin will walk away and go next to Silkez.
crying, you guys. I think Vicarious has been a little slack-jawed, and when Olin walks away, his hand is still like kind of bunched up in the air. And he's going to say, Sills. Silkez?
That's me. Don't wear my name out.
And I think he's going to slowly approach Silkez and take his fingers and like gently touch Silkez's temples. And I think when he makes touch, his whole body almost seems to give out, and he kind of like bends at the hip, holding onto his knees, and he goes, "Oh my god."
Silkez thinks he's gonna fall over, and so he like puts his arm out to catch underneath and slowly rights him and holds him by his shoulders.
Why?
We I haven't seen anybody in at least 75 years.
No.
And we're gonna need that.
No,
that was an omen.
We said it's not that type of problem. We're perfectly fine.
The security mages will say, "Oh, well, we'll depart."
Silkez,
Yes.
I know where Dallin is.
He's okay.
Yes, more than okay.
Where is he?
over in. Damn. It's the place with the strange pseudo-military group, Gray.
Greyhands.
Yes, he is a part. He's in a lavender marriage. I think he's. When I met him, he was particularly. I believe he's widowed now, and this very strange lesbian woman was sitting in his lap. It was.
That's the first time I've heard of him letting a woman sit in his lap, but
That is exactly what I said.
The scratching from little one's quill intensifies.
He's gay. Who is that?
the bone demon? Or the imp? Sorry.
Oh no!
Oh, no, little one, the giant.
Is
The
the
giant,
hill
sorry.
is the hill giant author that you guys met?
Yep. That is the his name is Little One. He is recording things to make a story to try and compete with Yennefer Time.
Interesting. And he's going to turn to the group and he's going to say, I am so sorry. Hello. My name is Vicarious Deathres. And he'll extend a sort of knobbly hand. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Shake my hand, please. It's all in polite good.
This is my brother. I haven't seen him in almost a century, actually.
98 years.
Yes.
It's lovely to meet you. And Marty will shake his hand.
It's great. Firm handshake. You're a artificer of some kind, is that right?
I am. Did the giant robot give it away?
No. It is actually, you have a
That's amazing.
sort of bruise on some parts of your hand and a knot right here that indicates to me that you experience you have to balance it. I make it my job to detect things like that.
Marty's looking at her hands yeah, I got some calluses.
Do those calluses bother you? I served for 24 years as a spa technician. I haven't carried much, but I do know how to Minnow gets calluses like nothing else.
Well, they're kinda helpful, I guess, because otherwise I get blisters. But
No,
thank you.
calluses form as the body's natural response to protecting itself. I like calluses.
Yeah. It's lovely to meet you. Jeremina and Silkas have both talked about. I'm assuming this is the brother.
Same person,
Okay.
yes.
Right. They have both talked extensively about you, though never, I guess, in name. Or else
I
they
am
would-
positive, only middlingly sort of positive things.
It depends on the day.
Better than I thought. Olin? Is your name Olin?
The last time I've been told yes.
He's funny.
He is.
What do you do? Your attire tells me that you're some sort of promoter.
He's gonna look at Silkas real quick.
Olin standing outside of clubs, handing out flyers.
Come to club now. Come to club.
He's a promoter of knives in his stomach, or vital
Oh.
organ, but same line of business as you, but
Oh,
less role involved.
interesting.
What Silke said.
Oh, he was just wondering about what you do.
Oh, I follow them, and I help with people who want to hurt my friends.
A simple, effectual life.
That-
Our dad always said a simple life was best.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's about as simple as you can get. I hope that my ex-wife has been some mixture of terrible and benevolent.
That's
That-
a pretty good
that's-
description, actually.
Yeah, that's kind of accurate. Yeah. No offense, Jeremia. I'm thinking more of like in how you utilize the, people that the cultists that we've come across.
Jeremina, now prompted, is going to say, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And Vicarious is going to say, "So, I was walking from Waterdeep, leaving. Very interesting story, by the way. I was over in 10 towns. Have to tell you guys about Icewind Dale drama. And then this wizard came and picked me up. And the wizard said that due to some archaic law, they needed a custodian for my child who was being taken to Candlekeep. So, here I am."
I told you they would probably reach out to the nearest guardian, Jeremina.
Jermina's gonna say,
How does Jeremina feel listening to essentially the same intonation come from two separate people?
I think it's very clear on her face. Betrayal. She's looking between the two of them with like this sort of like every time Sokez says the like same intonation, she's like, "How dare you? You are my brother, Sokez."
Yeah, actually.
Vicarious is going to say, "I'm sorry. No, I'm not. My son is here, so I will also be here. Very glad I met you all as a group. However, because I was trying to hit on Olin. I believe honesty is the best policy, and I was trying to get that."
Silkez is going to motion to Vicarious like, "This is what I meant by watch out for him."
Olin still looks confused at Silke.
Marty will sort of like tug on his like tunic to like pull Olin down, and will explain.
He's trying to hit that.
Yeah.
What do you say? I want to
hear how Marty describes it.
He wants to have sex with you.
Bob, straight to the point.
Olin just looks a little surprised and go, "That is how you do it?"
No, like he was asking if he was saying that he was going to try to like convince you. Like he was trying to make you feel attracted to him in the same way he was attracted to you by like flirting, I guess. Like to see if you would want to do it later.
Oh, okay.
Wait, do you not know how sex works?
Yes, I know how sex works.
Oh, thank God.
Olin looks at Vicarious and goes, "Next time try
Insight.
drink instead of arm or you get stabbed."
Well, no, I was trying. Well, I was going to open with a drink. The arm was because I saw my ex-wife and my long-lost brother of 100 years. I promise I'm... Suave isn't the best word. Pathetic. Pathetic is a perfect word to describe my coming-ons.
Good to know. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Oh no.
Oh no!
I tripped just slightly. Oh no.
You never know.
You hear a soft wind as little one blows on the ink to dry the page and turns another page.
That
and
part was
continues
not
to
said
dry.
out loud, you motherfuckers.
Sure it was.
It had the accent.
Listen, okay, there's many times accent come out, but it's not true.
It's not- all right.
I can't believe Fish gets to romance both
Oh my
Jason
God.
and Mark's characters at once.
Y'all motherfuckers just can't leave one of them alone.
It's true.
Right? Yeah.
Well, technically,
Oh my
y'all left
God.
Lefty alone. I'm the one that's romancing him.
I'm romancing Lefty every day of my
Okay.
goddamn
No,
life.
no, no. Mars is romancing Lefty. Let's rephrase that. Mars is
Fantastic.
romancing Lefty.
We have all now romanced Mark to some degree or another.
What the fuck?
As this chaos is unfolding, and as you have all kind of come to this point, whatever this point is, a hush falls over the tavern.
What is going on? Silkus is gonna look towards the entrance.
At the entrance, you see a figure standing there, in very, very slouchy clothes, short cropped blonde hair. He's wearing what is essentially like you know those hoodies they sell at head shops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's one of those, with the hood down, very, very baggy, sort of unbuttoned or unzipped down to about the midpoint, very baggy, flowy pants, and a set of sandals. And it is Jetto.
Oh no.
Upon seeing him, Silkus is gonna be like, "Oh, I so wanted to shave your hair."
Jenno! Oh my god! Come on over! We got so much to tell you. It's so great. Here's my son. And she's gonna pick up like a toddler. And her son Wolfrin just kind of like hangs there. And just sort of like idly swings. And his tail's like vibrating to the max. This is my son.
Okay.
This is Silkaz.
You know me.
This is Marty.
We've met.
This is Owen.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is my brother, her ex-husband.
Oh, you didn't have to say that.
Oh, sorry.
Huh.
When did you
Okay.
cut your hair?
This morning. I just had to.
Marty's
Yeah.
like looking between Jetto and Darius and back again. She isn't saying anything.
Silkus is Silkus is going to be Jetto, come here, please.
He will do so.
Silkus is gonna look over the job he did. Is it even?
No.
I'm fixing this.
Okay. That would be appreciated. We do have to find your missing reader, though.
Oh, that's right. Faye, I
Yes.
believe.
She's either. I came down. I didn't know if you all would be here or up in the room. Came down to check the House of the Binder. Occasionally, she likes to get old books redone. Sometimes she's in the Great Library Hall, or the two that I'm really hoping that is not the case is either in the vault of Alondo's skull or in the Jewel of the Styx.
I know one of those sounds very underworldy. The Jewel of the Styx. What's this? Well, both of them sound very underworldy. But what's the skull one?
He'll sort of rub his temple and will say, the first great reader of Candlekeep was a dragon of some kind, and it was so enlightened and in tune with one of the reader's gods that is still able to give prophecies, and certain people are allowed to approach it and ask it questions. If we were to try to check the vaults, we would have to sneak in. It's not difficult, but it is technically we're not allowed to be there.
Okay. Pardon me. I am still a bit jarred. Would we just be following you then? Fish, is there something happening in their background?
Right?
Oh, I'm sorry. You guys hear? I've been
Is it
popping off fireworks.
fireworks?
I have
Oh,
no
okay.
idea why.
He'll just say, well, I can get you beyond the great door and we can check whatever it is. We can check all the locations. I think getting that cube that Marty has open is really what the readers are looking to do, and I know Faye will be able to do it.
Oh, delightful. Jeremina, what
Told
do you
him I
want
said
to...
much.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Marty?
I just said the explosiveness has says much about Faye being able to open it, which we hadn't really had to discuss since we were getting kids. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I was going to ask, Jeremina, what do you want to do about Wolfrin? Do you want to take him with us?
I think Jermina's gonna think, and she's clearly thinking about the towers, the wizard named Explodimus.
Don't forget the walkways and gantries that extend between all the towers.
Right, and that the only one we've seen covered is the greenhouse. She'll kind of turn to Vicarious, and Vicarious is already reaching for Wolfrin. He's gonna be like, hey, we'll have plenty of time to catch up. The day's only just begun. So I'll take Wolfrin, I'll head upstairs to your guys' suite. I'm sorry to impose, but I'll cook dinner for us.
Lovely.
What?
I was just going to say, we'll have to make time proper.
Well, I still trance, you still trance?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, then that's 4 hours to catch up. We have the what? How old are you?
100 and... Oh, goodness. 100 and... Almost 180.
Yeah, so that's about 500 years to catch up. We'll be fine. Well, nice to meet you, Jetto.
Pleasure, I'm sure.
He's gonna turn to Silkez, and I think he's gonna drop his voice and say an undercommon. So he and Jeremina.
Silkez, for the first time, he, visibly comes back to, studying the room. It's seeing Vicarious kind of, put him out of it, but he's back to study mode, and he looks between Jetto, and then he looks at Vicarious, and he goes, well, I'll be damned. Yes.
Noticing a lot. Well, I guess I can't cut my hair tonight as I planned.
I can I can braid it for you.
Oh, it does need to be rebraided. And he'll come out of Undercommon, speaking again in common, and say, well, it was great to meet you all. I assume Jeremina has already taken note of your guys' allergies, and Jeremina's already, swinging her purse to him, and he'll snatch it up. And say, okay, well, I'm gonna go take the kid. Have fun with your library tour. I've already been through Candlekeep, so just tell me what you guys think when you get back. Don't die. And don't fall from any heights.
No promises.
It was nice meeting you.
It was great meeting you too, Marty.
Marty. You got it. And Vicarious.
Yes. If it's difficult for you to, I don't mind nicknames.
I think Vicarious. I think I can manage Vicarious. But
Okay.
if you would like a nickname, I can try to think of one.
Nicknames have to come from. I'll wax poetics about nicknames later. Goodbye.
I like it.
All right,
I like
Shadow. He's certainly a charmer.
Right.
A lot of personality. Jeddo, lead the way.
He will pop his hands into the little hoodie pocket of his drug rug, for lack of a better term, and will lead you all out the door to where Rhea Mantlemorn is standing beside the door, and she will kick herself off the door and join the group once again. Jetto will look at all of you and say, we'll just check the House of the Binder real fast and then go beyond the Emerald Door. And he leads you across the open area of the Court of Air to the front of the House of the Binder. The first thing you'll notice about the House of the Binder is that the front doors are not closed, they are indeed open. As you step into the area, there is essentially a bunch of tables all sort of in this space, and you see individuals sort of circling. You can tell which individuals work here and which are here to get their tomes sort of rebound or their spell books rebound, as those who work here are wearing a very sharp set of sort of black garments with sort of a little capelet with the hood down. Each one of them is carrying around a what looks to be like a board with parchment trapped to it. Just beyond all of these tables on the back wall, you see these large glass panels, and beyond the glass panels, you see bookbinders practicing their trade. And you can all kind of look in on them as they do, and you see some people sort of silhouetted against the glass, observing the process of their book presumably being rebound. As you enter, Jenna will sort of stop inside of sort of like a little vestibule created by the tables, and eventually one of those figures wearing black with the capelet will approach and will say, hello, welcome to the House of the Binder. Are you here to have books rebound? And Jenna will say, no, I'm looking for the reader of necromancy. And the sort of woman interfacing with him will say, I don't believe she's been in today, but I can check with my manager. Give me one moment. And she'll sort of jot down a note, drop from the conversation, and hustle off, leaving you all sort of standing there in this little vestibule area.
Bind her? I hardly know her. You guys are such an easy audience.
Fucking
I'm working on that
terrible.
part.
It was bad. It was bad. I shouldn't laugh at that.
Honestly, peak dad pun. Very done. Very well done.
Thank you. I just got to get them all out before Vicarious does, now that he's here.
Oh god. Oh god, every single... Even before.
Yeah,
Puns.
and now he's an actual dad, so I can imagine. Jetto, speaking of dads, I have a personal question, a personal prying question. Can I ask? I'm gonna ask.
Have at it.
Is Faye your daughter?
No.
Is Faye like your ward, your ward, your ward,
Ward.
ward? Like W-A-R-D?
Ward? In what way?
You're basically positioned to take care of her and look after her.
He'll sort of shake his head. She's the speaker of necromancy of the keep.
Really loving your Jetto cosplay, Jason.
Thank you. That's why I wore a hoodie tonight.
I didn't even think about that, but you're totally right.
Okay, are you
It-
like her? Would?
Are you suggesting that I can't protect myself?
Are you and Faye close?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you say you are a father figure to Faye? To some degree.
I don't know. You'd have to ask her. I don't think I'm capable of being a good father figure.
I'm getting more of
I can say
a
good.
sibling vibe.
Oh, I can
Personally.
see that, yeah.
But
I
it's
haven't met Faye.
yes, but we haven't met Faye. But just hearing you talk about her, I suppose.
She's a character. I think you guys will get along.
I look forward to meeting her.
At this point, a sort of dirty blonde, sort of mousy looking woman with big glasses will approach, also wearing sort of the uniform of the bookbinders, carrying a similar sort of clipboard style implement, and will walk up and say, I heard the request, and we have not had any visitors from speakers today. It's mostly just been spellbook rebindings. So I'm sorry. There's not much that not much I can do to help you locate the speaker. She hasn't been here today. And Jeddah will say, "Well, thank you. I appreciate that." And is there anything else before we press on?
No. Marty?
Do you happen to... Are you familiar with the Speaker of Necromancy?
Yes, of course. She's here from time to time.
Wonderful. Would you happen to have access to a sending spell?
No, I would not. Unfortunately. None of us bookbinders are mages by policy, due to the fact that we rebind spell books. It is by policy that all the bookbinders not be trained in arcane magic, so we do not lift secrets from the books that we rebind.
Oh, that's really smart, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, thanks. Well,
I've got 2 questions.
Certainly.
What's your name, baby? Second.
Oh.
Answer.
Oh, Celia.
Celia, that's such a pretty name. So beautiful. Second. Do you got like a machine that like you could put thin material go through and it like flattens it?
Depends on the material.
Okay, interesting. But you got something that kind of does that?
Yes, we do have a machine that we can use to flatten pages of books and things like that. But anything thicker than
A snicker? Sorry.
anything thicker than bundles of parchment would be difficult. So it depends on the material.
That's interesting. Do you guys allow things that aren't paper to be rung through that?
Well, at the House of the Binder, for the right price, as long as it won't damage our equipment, we would be glad to do it.
Perfect, baby. I'm gonna tuck that away in my mind and I'll get back to you later. Thank you so much,
Not a problem.
Celia.
Okay. With that, if there's no more questions for the House of the Binder, Jeddah will take you all to the Emerald Door, upon which he will basically be like, "They're with me," at which point you will all enter into the library fortress. I'm just going to say that I based the House of the Binder off of an Apple store.
Delightful.
God damn
yeah.
it, you're right.
Yep. Okay, anyways. So, you all make your way through, and Jetto says, okay, she's not at the House of the Binder. The Great Library Hall would be the easiest place to check. We wouldn't be able to check any of the special access areas, but we could at least ask if they've seen her, gone through the area. The other two locations, Orlando's Skull and the Jewel of the Styx, they're a little more hairy, and he'll point upwards, and now the spires of the castle or the keep are rising above you, and seemingly impaled on one of them, a bit lower than you can see from the court of air, is a vessel, a ship,
Yes.
sort of spiked onto one of the towers. And
We
it's
got lore last time.
and it's kind of decrepit and really worn down. But he motions at it.
That's the one that got stuck during a tidal wave, they said.
Yes, yeah. And the crew.
Haunted? Oh my god, this place is ghosts.
No,
No.
it is one of the duties of the Speaker of Necromancy to keep the crew in fighting shape should Candlekeep ever be attacked.
Interesting.
Y'all have undead
Ooh.
slavery?
That's one way to put it.
I mean,
They're just
the,
bodies,
Well,
not
they're
souls.
They're not just bodies. I mean, those are people's bodies. Like,
But there's
I mean, they're basically skeletons at this
they're
point.
not being like occupied anymore. It's like almost like a puppet kind of thing.
But no. It's totally being occupied still. It's being occupied with other people's perception of them. Is there still... Do they
But that-
know that their bodies are being used?
I think their souls are on the other side, whatever that side is for them.
We don't know that, though. But even then, do they know that they're being used like that? That's...
Silkes is a little. Silkes looks at her a little confused.
Marty is pondering the. Well, could there be a precedent for?
Well,
That's an interesting thought process.
I will say it was a crime that they weren't buried in earth, so it's out of my jurisdiction, though.
Well, I mean, obviously I'm not about to start putting out pledges and shit. I'm not about to start saying... Like, I'm not gonna do that. They're bureaucrats. It's still weird.
Rhea at this point will step forward and say,
Oh, Jesus Christ, Rhea, where did you come from?
I've been here the whole time.
Did you not see
No.
it? Did you not see her?
No.
Yeah, she's still following us.
Oh, God.
She is the Speaker of Necromancy. Perhaps she used Speak with Dead to get their agreement. If there was a problem, she could pierce the veil and ask their souls if it is okay.
Like the band.
Oh, that makes sense. People can speak to the undead. Freya, that is why we keep you around. You are delightful. You are the lighthouse of logic in a sea of... I'm losing the metaphor.
Silkes points at the ship. That's you with us.
Yes.
Maybe if they had obeyed a lighthouse, they wouldn't be top of this particular keep. At which point you've reached the doors, and Jetto's just like, and pushes the door open.
Why do you put up with so much?
Yes. You scroll your way through the various corridors and eventually come to an area known as the Great Library Hall. You are approached by a individual who appears to be sitting at what is effectively a reception desk, and he will step around it. He's a very old gentleman. He is wearing around his neck a very heavy-looking symbol of just a eye with sort of 3 lines denoting sort of eyelashes on either side, and that symbol is repeated both on sort of the front of his robe and also a sort of leather-capped shoulder piece. And he'll say, "Welcome to the Great Library Hall. How can we be of assistance?" And as he's saying that, behind him will roll up a little sort of golden library automaton that will sit next to him and just sort of wait for its orders. And Jeddah will ask the question, "Have you seen the Reader of Necromancy?" At which point he will say, "No, unfortunately, we haven't seen her in quite some time." And Jeddah will say, "Okay, well, thank you." At which point he will turn to the rest of you and say, "Is there anything I can help the rest of you with?"
Can we put a pin in something for later? Will you remember our faces? We are pretty, What is your section on Barovia like?
Barovia. Give me a moment, and he'll sort of like snap his fingers, and another like golden library automaton will sort of roll on its wheels around behind the counter, and it is a large book, and he'll just start flipping through it. Barovia. Interesting. Well, I have good news and bad news. The good news is we do have some information, it would seem, but it is the type of information that requires special access. And he will sort of say, you need to be, for special access, one of the great readers, a chosen of Ogma, Mistra, or other gods of knowledge. You could be a...
Damn it, Jet.
I was gonna say, where's Jet?
You could, if you were a leader of a non-hostile, Thayan nation, you could potentially get access depending on your needs. If you don't meet any of those criteria, you could fill out a form to appeal to a great reader, and he will sort of turn around and like mess around on the desk.
Yeah, give us that form right now. Jermaine is going to turn to the group. I am 100% not above leveraging us having critical information regarding the everything to get Jet that Barovia book.
Get who?
Olin.
Olin.
You mean Olin?
We were talking about Jet.
I know. I had to call it out. It was too funny.
Wrong campaign.
You know, I can perfectly do this myself, Jamie. That's not a problem.
I say we find
Where'd you come from?
Jeddah will sort of lean back to this conversation and say, "We'll just ask Faye. She'd be pleased."
I was gonna say, we could ask Faye.
It is not that big of a deal if we can get it. I hope you understand.
Olin, it is a big deal.
I'm just
100%
saying,
a
we
big
have
deal.
other things to take care of.
We do have other things to take care of, but we promised, and we were originally here for you.
Here's the form.
Lovely, thank you.
Triplicate, please. We need one for the records, one for our office, and one for your receipt.
Another thing, David.
Yes.
Do you have books on, like, family law? And maybe perhaps a book about extenuating circumstances concerning custody cases? And then, do you have a record of cases that have set a precedence concerning royal lineages?
Oh, interesting. You should check with the genealogy department. I believe that they would be the best in that regard, or perhaps legal, or some combination thereof.
Or legal.
I will figure it out. Thank you so much, baby.
All right.
If I had to work here, I think it would be the reason why there'd be safety rails on all the bridges.
Jenna will say, it's not that bad.
Jetto, no offense. You're not exactly speaking for everybody when you say that. I'm gonna say that your experiences perhaps differ just a little bit from the common man.
Not everybody can scale walls, Jeddo. Well, I can, but that requires a spell.
Not everyone
I-
has. Well, it's not a.
Your experiences are not universal.
Alright, what's the next place?
Well, that's kind of up to you all. Do you want to go up to the Jewel or down to see if she's visiting with Alondo?
Let's start with down, and then work our
Yes.
way up.
I think this is looking like one of those, like, theory things. The hardest solution, the path of most resistance is probably where she's at.
All right. Jetto will lead you all on and will lead you to sort of a large iron door. And he will approach the door, and a slider will open, and will look at him, and he'll say, I'm here to take a boat from the undersea port, and the guard will sort of look at him and will say, and give him a nod, and the door opens, and he beckons you all past the guard. And at this point, I need everybody to make a stealth check.
Is it Aldano? Was that the name?
Alondo. So Alondo. Alondo.
Love having audible dyslexia. 10 out of 10.
Oh,
You said stealth check.
oh my god.
Yep.
Wait, did Roland ol shit?
Did Roland old shit? Yeah, Roland old big shit. I can't wait till Olin has the option to not roll a 1, even if he rolls a 1.
I have a D20 around here, so... Oh, here it is.
That is gonna be a 19.
Okay.
Think me for a second. Does EV3 have to roll as well?
Yes, EV3 would have to roll if you're bringing EV3 along.
That I would. I know my
That is a 13 from me.
Okay.
Alright, so...
13, 19. Olin, what'd you roll?
A 1
Nice.
Oh no. And
Plus
then
what?
plus a 7.
Okay, 8. Thank God.
Hey,
Oh, nice. Marty rolled a nat 20, so that would be 21 for Marty, and then and then a 3 for EV3.
okay.
Marty, you and I are carrying this on our backs.
Right?
So, after passing that large iron door, Jetto begins to lead you guys downwards, and eventually will sort of step off into a crag in the wall, and will pass through an illusory wall. And it begins as a tunnel, which then slowly winnows down to needing to crawl. And then after that, there is sort of a shaft. God damn it! A shaft that leads downwards, and then the tunnel is once again open. The shaft is actually fairly easy to navigate. There are almost pre-placed handholds that you can utilize. They are a bit squirrely. For those of you who got under 15 on your stealth check. You knock loose a couple rocks and things like that. And eventually, you all will sort of come to the end of the tunnel. And there's sort of a open area that comes flat, and you're all able to fan out and see the chamber before you. And what you see before you is a monstrous dragon skull. It is huge. And when I say huge, I mean it's like 2/3 the size of a galleon. And to your, basically directly to your right, you see another iron door, except this one is sort of painted with arcane runes on what you would believe to be the back side of it. And as you look into the chamber, you see a figure standing in front of this gargantuan skull. And as you all sort of fan out into this area to look down, it turns around and you basically just see sort of silver rings where its eyes would be. And it looks up at you all. And you hear Jetto say, "That's not Faye." And the figure says, "I don't think you should be here."
What are you doing here?
A question and not an accusation. I like that. I had questions for the Dragon of Knowledge. And, I found my way in to ask them.
Do you mind giving us a name?
You first.
Hold on, I gotta make sure I get this fucking name right. Can I type?
While Mars is finding that, I think Jeremina is going to look at this guy's outfit. I know they're like probably a good distance away, but I think she's trying to look for anything that stands out. Designs, symbols, the way
Sure.
the fabric hangs.
Sure. First off, it is very clearly a woman's silhouette that you're looking at. You notice that there is a she has what looks to be a mantle running across her shoulders that is very clearly made of feathers. Below that is it is essentially a dress that appears to flare out at the waist. It's very, very formal. You, frankly speaking, having crawled through that tunnel, have no idea how this woman would have gotten into this space wearing the garment that she's wearing.
Nephila.
Nephila?
Yes.
Are you deceiving?
It is. Silkas did say a name, so he technically gave her a name.
Okay, roll a deception check.
Silkas, my boy, this is your one job. Don't fuck it up. That's 22.
Nice.
The 22. And the voice will say, interesting. They call me Elaroth. brings you down to speak to the Dragon of Knowledge.
Fish, are you gonna be okay?
Fish knows who Elroth is. The rest of us are clueless.
Yeah, the rest of us are like, oops.
Okay, good. I'm not the only one again.
Yeah,
I kind of
no.
feel
Good.
better.
Yeah.
Fish is terrified though.
Have any of us ever heard of an Elroth before?
Is this like
Yeah.
another? Is this another Clouth moment?
You can make a people can make a hit, or Marty, since you asked, you can make a history check.
Interesting.
Okay.
In history. Okay.
We were coming down because we
Big
were
mind
looking,
enemies.
we were looking for someone.
Okay.
Not you.
History check 19.
19. The name does not ring a bell to you.
Wow.
Damn, that's a high ass DC.
Missed by 1.
Oh.
She will say, "Well then, I will
I ain't gonna
leave
hit
you.
it.
I will leave you to your search. I'm sorry to intrude."
Did you receive the answers you were looking for?
Yes. Alondo knows all and shares all, though sometimes cryptically.
Oh, we are no stranger to that.
Well, I didn't ask him that much. He may have a few answers left. Should you be interested in asking?
Silkels will smirk and say, what is it, a max of 5 per day?
Have you done this before?
Oh, yes. Different
You-
circumstances.
You have 2 left.
Thank you.
And she will sort of begin to walk off into the darkness.
Hey, ma'am.
She will turn back around.
I
Yes.
love your dress.
Thank you.
You should find me so I can make you another one.
She'll look down at it briefly and then look up at you and say, it's a form, it's a shape. It's a projection of my mind. It's not real. I can just make garments." And she'll change her outfit to like a form-fitting mermaid dress.
Silkus is going to look at Jeremina and he's going to say, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Yeah, this
What was the name again?
Elroth.
I think when it changes into like a mermaid fit, like Jermina's like head like snaps away.
Yeah. Marty is very flustered.
Sorry for your time. Have a good day.
You all as well. Enjoy your talk with the Dragon of Knowledge, should you choose to take it. And she'll step off into the darkness, and then after a bit, you can't hear her footsteps anymore.
So we have 2 questions left.
Oh, do we want to ask where she is?
Well,
This is an all-knowing dragon. I feel like we
Right,
have a little
yeah.
bit more.
Jetto at this point, Jetto at this point will say, "I'm gonna have to tell somebody about that, and that's gonna be an uncomfortable conversation for me. But if she's not here, she's at the Jewel of the Sticks. So don't ask her that."
I want to ask a question. May I?
Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. I have the question.
Alright. Sharmina is going to... they can stand up in the space, right?
Yeah, so basically, now that this interaction is over, so the chamber is basically a large tunnel, essentially, specifically created to house this massive dragon skull. And basically, you guys are kind of standing at, like, what is effectively a secret entrance, and there's basically kind of like a switchback trail down. So you would kind of have to walk down about 10-foot switchback, so basically just once and back, to get down to the floor to approach the skull. So you guys are kind of elevated right now, but not by much.
Okay. Germina's going to dust herself off. And I don't think she casts a spell. I think she's like a little weary of that in this space, and she'll dust herself off and start the walk to the skull.
Okay. Fair enough.
How far away was Elroth standing from the skull?
She was like at its like snout. Like she was within 5 feet.
Okay. And so Jermina is going to keep walking, and try and end where exactly Elroth had been.
Okay.
And I think Jermina looks uncharacteristically bashful. She's kind of got like her head bowed, and I think she's kind of like digging the pad of her shoe into the floor. What is the dragon's name?
Alondo.
Alondo. And she's going to say in infernal, because it's the most natural language she knows. And she's going to say, Alondo, I am Jeremina Kennis, and I am here to ask a question.
Okay. So you're just standing there asking that question?
I'm not asking.
Sorry. Yeah. You're just standing there addressing the skull, correct?
Yes.
Okay. There is no response.
I am your humble servant, asking where my son, Absalom Silkes Ozthrez, is.
There is no response.
Jeremy is going to turn around and start walking back to the others.
How'd it go?
I think
Jetta will say, I think you have to touch it. Faye talks about needing to touch it.
eyes, darts, crosses over. What's the flooring like?
It's like loose gravel.
Okay.
Dust everywhere in her wake.
Yeah, there's a few times she trips and she'll run up, and then she'll stop short, catch herself.
Oh, so many visitors today.
Jeremy, are you okay?
Oh, it's fine.
Should we go? I feel it's private, but should we go?
I think she's okay. I think she's okay. We should be prepared just in case.
Hi. She switches
Hello?
to infernal. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Hi. I am Jeremina Kennis. I am your humble servant, here to ask you a question. Where is my son, Absalom Silkes Ozthrez?
Infernal. Let me. And you hear him like mulling to himself, and then he will say, let me show you. And there's sort of like a boom, and
Sam's gone.
No, Sam! Fucking died. Okay.
and with that, Fish, I'm going to ask you about about your character, your backstory. What is it that Jeremina sees? What is it that the knowledge dragon knows to be true about this?
Oh, shit.
We can take a quick break if you'd like. We certainly can.
All right. We will be right back so Fish can have a panic attack.
Yeah.
Literally.
So what Jeremina sees.
Oh, we're right into it. All right.
Yep.
We're back. Now we're starting.
No bit. No bit. There's 0 bit.
Oh,
Jeremy.
no,
go.
but this isn't funny. This is about her dead kid. So, what Jeremina sees is one, I think it's alarming for her. I think she has struggled for the longest time with seeing things in her head, and having an image in so much clarity, like, I think causes her to audibly respond. Like, I think she lets off the shrill gasp. And what she sees is almost a shudder of images. And she sees like a large room with a pit of lava and a strange large cylindrical object, and then it sort of like shudders, and she sees an image of to her, she sees it kind of soupy. It seems to be some kind of nomadic town with huts made out of woven material, and she sees her son, Absalom, sitting beside a particularly fat tiger, sinking his hands into the fur with delight, and he seems to be in the company of very concerned, grotesque-looking adult figures, like people caught in the time of their death. But Absalom seems undisturbed and joyful at playing with a really chunky tiger. And I think the image, like, ends there.
Hopefully that helped.
Yeah, no? No? Who the fuck has my kid? And she's gonna take her hand away, then put it back on.
Hey,
Thank you for your time.
not a problem. It's why I'm here for eternity.
Do you need anything?
Oh, no. No. I'm at Mount Celestia. I'm just channeling, my soul through this to just try to be helpful.
That's so cool of you. And she's gonna take her hand away, and she's gonna turn to the others and say, guys,
Yes?
I don't know if I used the second question trying to be nice.
Would you like me to come check?
I'm so sorry.
Do you want me to come check?
Yeah, I think that would be best.
Alright.
Amazing.
Silkas will make his way over and say, first.
Yes.
Oh, hello.
No, I haven't put my hand on him yet.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Uh,
Sorry. He's loud.
Are you okay?
Me?
Yes, like, how?
My son is playing with the fucking tiger.
Okay.
There are people letting my son touch a tiger.
Well, did the tiger look threatening?
No, I mean, it was like obese as hell.
Then it might be fine.
But now, it's clearly eating something. Humans are very rich and fat. It's gonna eat like it
It's
doesn't
not-
matter. But
Okay.
he's
He's
not.
He looks happy. He looks. That's good. At least wherever he is, he's happy. Even if there's a terrifying tiger right next to him.
Well, it's not terrifying to him. I know it's not.
Alright.
Go ahead.
I'm going. Yes.
Oh, so
Goodness
many
gracious.
visitors today. Hello.
Hello. Just checking in to see if there are any more questions left.
Oh, yes, of course. You think I'm going to count a personal question against the number of questions? Come on now. What's
You're
this?
fine, Jeremina. He takes his hand his way. Did anybody else have anything in mind?
Thing I can think of, off the top of my head at least.
Alright, he puts his hand back on.
Oh, oh. Hello.
Sorry about that. I
Nope,
had to
that's
check.
fine.
Alright.
It's always a bit of a wake-up call, like me up here doing all manner of things, and then people just sort of boom, pull me back in.
Oh god, that must get annoying.
Sometimes. Explodimus comes down here sometimes, asks many intrusive questions.
Oh.
I do count those against him, even if I don't actually count.
Then I do have one final question for you, if you'll allow.
Certainly.
I am wondering about the whereabouts of two drow twins, Aerith and Beldan.
All right, let's see. And you feel your consciousness snap into a vision just as Jeremina's did. And for you, you are transported to a sea scene. And you see them sitting upon the deck of a ship. And based upon the bearing and just the general just the general direction of the travel of the ship based on the sun, you would assume that the ship is traveling north. They are sitting on a deckside bench and are sharing what looks to be a very dry cracker. And they sort of exchange the cracker back and forth, exchange looks, and a brief smile, and then, boom, your vision snaps back.
Goodness. Oh my god. Was that like that for you?
That cracker looked very dry.
Oh yeah, hardtack is awful. But it's one of the only things that keep on long journeys, obviously.
Back when I had, form and things like that, I could travel far faster than any ship, so I've never really been concerned with that sort of thing.
Oh, it's very dry, very bland, very... It's hard to sink your teeth into. It's like biting into something stale.
As a all-knowing presence, I will tell you that their mouths were very dry.
You can feel that.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, that's usually the feeling you get when you eat it.
Unfortunate.
Thank you
all
very much.
have been wonderful.
Oh, no, you've been wonderful. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. I also, between you and the lady before you, the door isn't open. I like that. Feels very mischievous.
Oh, very sneaky.
Yes.
Oh, you are a part of a larger conspiracy, clearly. I hope you're okay with that.
Sounds wonderful.
Alright. You have a lovely time doing whatever it is you do.
I'm going to retreat to Mount Celestia for the rest of the day, seeing as I have no more resources to expend on this plane.
Delightful. Have a good day.
You too. And you feel the voice instantly get snuffed out at that point. And it gets very quiet in this chamber.
Okay. That was, interesting.
Is everything all right?
It's an experience. Silkus is going to offer his arm to Jeremina.
Oh.
Oh my fucking god.
Glad you guys are alright. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, perfectly fine. Dragon was a delight. Up in Mount Celestia, my son's gonna be eaten by a tiger.
He's not going to be eaten by a tiger.
But but
Your
he's
son?
at a place. He's at a place. Feasibly, I can go to. When we get done with Olin's Barovia stuff, can we find my boy?
We can try to find him. I'll
No.
go with you at least.
Of course. I guess I can extend my holiday a little bit longer.
Thank you. Man, we're gonna have some busy few months ahead of us.
But that's amazing. And
If you ever decide to ask a question, Marty, you will feel your brain get pulled and snapped back like a rubber band.
oh, what does? Marty is like contemplating the analogy.
The Mulhorandi mummies, you know how they get rid of the brain? You know, they kind of like get all
Oh
up in
my
there? That's what
God.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm curious.
No, it was kind of nice. I've always wanted to kind of like take my skull cap off and like take a Barilla brush up in there.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, just sort of like that brain etch. Yeah. But if you like,
If you
play
guys
with, like,
if you guys want your brain to scratch, I can drop an illithid at any
No,
time.
I'm good.
Not that kind of scratch. Good
Good
night, Dad.
Dad.
But I think that's all that we were able to pass, Jeddo. I think we're done here.
Okay. I'm going to have a very serious discussion.
Apparently, she did not come through the door, according to Alando.
I can. That sounds about right. Only readers can open that door. I only know about the secret passage.
Do you know
because-
who that was?
No. It's
she-
concerning, but she didn't seem hostile either. I'm sure that any number of.
well, we know her name now.
True. We could search the archives, or even ask Alando again, or have Faye come and ask Alando.
I am not gonna bother. I have learned from spending time with what's their nuts over
Rasmuth?
Yes, Rasmuth. If someone can shapeshift clothes on their body like that, not my problem. Not my monkey, not my circus. She had silver eyes. I'm not bothering her. Jeddo can send in his report, but if the wizards come knocking to me asking for a statement, no poly, no waiver, no statement. I'm not saying shit.
It's fine. I can put in a report saying that I was searching for Faye and I saw what we saw, and they won't come bother you. But they need to know.
They do need to know.
Yeah,
Very
that-
security breach.
Again, I'm sure it
Concerning.
happens all the time, but when I witness it, it does feel like I need to say something.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
All right.
Right.
So,
To the Gem of Sticks.
Upwards.
yes, thank you all again for accompanying me, and hopefully we'll be able to get that cube solved, and you'll have
Oh, please.
something we can put before the.
Mhm.
Anyways, at which point, Jeddah will lead you all back through the passage, and will, as departing the first iron gate, will sort of say, "The boat ride was wonderful, thank you," to the guard there, and he'll say, "Yep," and then instantly go back to whatever periodical it was he was reading. And you make your way up, at which point Jeddah will sort of look at the group and look at EV3 and will sort of grunch his face and say, "I think we're going to need to take the stairs."
Okay.
I don't think the elevators can take the automaton's weight.
Even if it went alone?
No. They're very rickety. The higher up you get in Candlekeep, the more the construction gets shoddy.
How many floors is the stairs?
I think we're going something like 22.
Marty, can we leave EV3 behind?
Marty looks at EV3.
Yeah?
Oh, I don't want to just leave it here to, I don't know if to.
Well, I'm going up the stairs because if Jado says it's rickety, then I'm assuming it's being held together by rusty nails and the goodwill of God. So, you guys can wait for the next elevator. I got 22 flats.
Well, why don't you have EV3 accompany you and or carry you up the stairs?
Precisely. Okay.
EV3 can do that.
I'll see you guys in 30 minutes. I'm assuming I'm going to have to do surgery on my ACL by the 15th flat.
EV3, please, you keep Jeremy the company. And to follow any of her orders.
Right, I will not abuse that. Okay.
Technically, you guys have had, permission since we started hanging out more. All of you guys.
Are the stairs within, line of sight of everybody?
Yeah. So this scene is taking place, right at the base of what is essentially the spire that you guys are going to have to climb. They are there. They are constructed out of stone, and they are a spiral that basically wraps around the elevator that the rest of the group will be taking.
Yes, it's fucking cool.
Jeremina is going to approach the first steps, and she's going to say, I'm going to get a head start. And she drops to her knees, and she's going to crawl up the stairs. Not even bothering to walk up. She's walking up on her hands and feet.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough.
All right. For those taking the elevator, you will notice that Jetto always has a hand riding on the stone of the wall as the lift goes up. Just consistently skipping over the stone, bumping as it goes up.
Why are you doing that?
I've been on one of these lifts that's failed before.
When was that?
2 or 3 years ago.
And was it this one?
No. It was over in the Druidic Tower.
Oh. And Marty's just sort of shifting on her feet for a moment. And have they, after that situation, did they service all the elevators?
Well, the Druidic Tower stopped using vines as cables. I think they got it a little too far in their head that they'd be able to run everything off nature magic.
Okay, that explains that. Okay. Marty relaxes slightly.
At this point, the elevator boom, gets to the top, and the spire is very, very tight. And as you all step out of the elevator, hearing the struggles of Jeremina from several stories down, you're able to look out of a doorway onto one of the gantries that it's basically a rope bridge that leads across to a shorter tower, but the rope bridge, in lieu of leading to the tower, leads to a ship that has been impaled upon the tower, and the rope bridge sort of leads into one of the original gun ports that has kind of been modified and extended to create a makeshift door. there are still sounds of struggle coming from below you as Jeremita and EV3 make their way up the stairs.
How was the elevator ride?
It was fine. Jetto did ride his hand across the stone of the wall and shared a story about how he was one time in the Druidic Tower and the elevator he was on failed. But then shared that they were using vines as cables because they got a little too big for their britches with regards to their magic. And that put Marty's mind at ease with regards to the efficacy of the elevator.
Marty will sort of like cup her hands around her mouth and shout down to Jeremy, "You can ask EB3 for help if you want."
Oh, are you close with the druids? I know that you do tend to be in the greenhouse. Is that just something personal?
Yeah, I enjoy spending time over there and talking to the practitioners.
It's a very lovely
guys-
place, so I certainly don't blame you.
Ooh, you guys went to the greenhouse?
Oh, yes. While you were talking with Explodinus, we met with Rango, who is the, I don't know if he's the head of the druids, but he was very kind.
Ooh, that sounds like it was very pretty.
He was. They were very standoffish.
Jeremina!
Hi. She's gonna lay on hands on herself, and get rid of the exhausted condition.
Excellent. It is at this point, Jeremita, that you see what everyone else has, which is you are now standing in a doorway at the top of this tower, which leads across a rope bridge to a shorter tower, except the rope bridge does not lead to the shorter tower, but instead a ship that has been impaled upon it, and the doorway to said ship is instead a gun port that has been modified to create a door.
I had an idea that was gonna blow this whole thing open, but I forgot it on the 6th level. So when I go down, I think I'm gonna remember it. Oh.
God damn it.
I missed it. Was that an joke in there?
Silka... She had an idea that was gonna blow this whole thing open. Next time she goes down, she'll remember it.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'll give you that one to you.
Why is she laughing? I don't get it.
A sex joke, Olin.
Ah, good one.
I think
Deadpan.
over.
How does this rope ladder look? Not ladder, bridge look.
Make a. I will say you can make a investigation check, or you can make a check utilizing woodcarver's tools if you are proficient.
I am not, so I will go with investigation.
All right.
Not proficient in that either. Come on. Okay, so 20, dirty 20.
Okay, so looking at it, you can tell that it's decently well maintained. It does look as though it is still in use. It is certainly not decrepit or anything like that. It is maintained, though there may be some sway. You also think that EV3 may be a bit too heavy to cross.
Yeah. Mario will sort of turn to EV3 and say, like, okay, this one you do have to stay here, bud. Sorry.
Yeah.
I love this robot so much.
Alright, are we going to go one at a time? I feel
How
like
long
that's
is
the
the
safest
bridge?
option.
Well,
The bridge is about 35 feet or so.
Or maybe like one every so often.
Yeah, I think spraying ourselves out is probably a good idea.
Yeah, Jetta will say, I've only ever crossed it myself.
Jermina's going to take the back of her shirt and kind of tear at the fabric, then pull at the, like, pack that keeps her wings contained, and just kind of pull those out. Okay.
Alright, who wants to go first? Should I?
I think I should go first, because I survived falling 17 feet.
I do have Featherfall prepared.
Oh, then
Memoriam.
who gives a shit? You got Featherfall?
Me, yeah.
Okay. Jermina's just gonna walk across.
Okay. Easy enough. The bridge...
Go on.
Oh, I was just going to mention that the bridge does sway back and forth, and you do find that if your dexterity score is not over 16, you certainly do need to use the like rope sort of hand grips. But other than that, it is fairly passable.
Alright. Once Jeremina goes a certain... Oh.
No, Jermina's gonna go to the middle of the bridge, turn around. I think there's been a few times her heels have, like, slipped in between the slats.
No,
But
no.
she gets to the middle of the bridge, a real world experience I've had. She gets to the middle of the bridge, she turns around, she's holding on to the bridge, the railing or whatever, and she's going to do that on the bridge. Okay.
As you shake it up and down, the gun port that constitutes the door, you shake it once, twice, 3 times, and on the 4th time, the door boom, swings open, and for the rest of you looking on to Jeremina, you can see a bleached white skeleton who just sort of like grabs onto the rope and will be like, and it moves its mouth and its teeth clatter together, but you don't know what it's saying.
See, y'all, it's fine. I'm what? I am not turning around. I do not care who is behind me. I'm not turning around. I know what I'm about to see is going to scare the piss out of me.
The second you turn around, it does the spooky, scary skeleton, like...
Anyways, the bridge is fine. I'm probably the heaviest among us, and it's good. Alright?
Mogus.
All good.
Mogus.
Red's the imposter.
Jeremina will turn around.
The skeleton is holding the door open for you.
Silkas will start walking.
Silkus?
Yeah?
You said you have Featherfall prepared, right?
Oh, yes.
Would you mind if I, the railings are sized for, like, medium-sized bulk.
Okay.
Can I go with you?
Oh, hold on to me, yes.
Yeah, thank you. And Marty will kind of just like pinch the back of like Sulkas's like shirt or whatever he's wearing.
I do have to warn you, if my strength score could be quantified, it would be an 8.
That's okay. Am I stronger than you?
Means you will hold on very tightly while Silkas lets go.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I would prefer not. If I was to fall off this thing, I would like to have someone that could, catch me. You know?
Oh, you're gonna take Silkez with you when you fall? That was not work. I'm sorry, Marty.
You're the one jumping on the. Like, I know better than to jump on elevators.
Erlin, come on.
Olin, watching this entire endeavor, is smiling. and he just, featherfoots all the way across, basically skipping, not making the bridge do
Like,
anything.
across the bridge, motherfucker.
He has a 19 dexterity. This motherfucker's not
Tiptoeing.
doing anything.
He's fine. There's no sway when his feet hit the bridge.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's
He's just chilling.
So, Rhea and Jetto both make their way across. Rhea has a harder time than Jetto, who Jetto just
Vibing.
as though it is his day job, because it basically is. And Rhea struggles a little bit, but eventually makes it across. And you are all inside the Jewel of the Styx, the pirate ship impaled upon one of the spires of Candlekeep. And the bleached white skeleton who had opened the door for Jeremina will stand there, look at all of you. You now see its other hand, which is holding a decrepit and old bottle of rum, and then it will motion you all inside.
Thank you.
Its mouth chatters at you.
Delightful.
Why is this worse? Why is this worse?
So the
We're
area,
just trading one skeleton for another.
yeah, true. The area that you guys are inside right now is based on your understanding of where the gun port was that you were entered. It's not the deck, so it's not the top of the ship, which would presumably be very difficult to navigate you and require dexterity checks to stand upon. You may slip off due to the angle of the ship. But now that you are in the first level of the ship, you are protected from falling to your death, because directly to your left would be the front of the ship, which would catch you should you fall. And
So it's like this.
yeah, so it's at a jaunty angle, and you all kind of like walked in. So to progress into the ship, you guys kind of have to like walk up at an angle
Okay.
to get to anything else. And then to your left is a net that has been conveniently sort of screwed into the side. So if you were to slip, you would just kind of fall against the net.
That does make Marty feel better.
For your convenience, these skeletons have hooked you up with such a safety feature.
Thanks, skeletons.
Thanks,
Yeah.
skeleton.
What nice guys.
The skeleton will be like, hey.
Hey.
At which point, Jeddah will say, we have to go down to the second deck, most likely.
This, you'll have to help us navigate.
He'll point up, and you'll see like sort of a pillar turret type deal sitting in between, and that is likely the staircase leading down to the second. And it has that sort of elevated aspect to it.
All right. Onwards.
Onwards?
Okay. Everybody make a athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh god. fuck.
Oh, thank God, acrobatics. If you said athletics, I was gonna be like, oh no.
No, one or the other, your choice.
Oh, come on. Oh, no. That would be a 10 total
Okay.
for Marty.
A 20.
An 8.
Nat. On
Hey.
athletics. 25.
Okay. 25. Silkes, you were
8.
8. Okay.
10.
Olin. Okay, 10.
16.
16. Okay. So, Olin and Jeremina, you guys are able to utilize sort of the disparity in the deck boards and the way up to make your way up to what is obviously the stairs down. Silkes and Marty, you begin making your way up, and at a certain point, you both come back down and get caught against that net. And one of you, your choice, strikes the skeleton who let you all in, and like
Bowling
a,
ball.
Yep, like a bunch of pins in a strike in bowling, just obliterates
Oh,
and
Oh,
sort of clatters down with you, and then underneath you reforms into the skeleton, and then is like, eh.
Sorry.
Marty, it screamed. like the entire way down. I'm not afraid of heights. There's nothing supporting this thing. I know it's been here for a while, but nothing supporting this thing. Like there was
Oh yeah,
engineeringly.
the smell in here is very acrid, very mildew.
Yeah, this is not safe place, and there's like a certain height that you get where not okay.
You know, Marty, while the two of them are going to meet Faye, do you want to hang out in the net together?
You know what, Silkas? Yes, I would like that. I would like that a lot, actually. So
They're just gonna vibe in the net.
Okay, fair enough.
How's it hanging?
As that happens, Olin and Jeremina, you hear Jetto come in behind you.
I think Jeremina's crashed.
Oh no!
Oh no! Yeah, fish.
Oh, Fish is frozen.
I got the screenshot. We're good.
Bringing it back.
It's been so long.
And then as you see Jetto slip into the staircase where Jeremina and Olin disappeared, you all feel thwomp. Another body hit the net, and Rhea is sitting there next to you.
Oh,
Hi, Rhea.
hi, Rhea.
Fancy seeing you here.
This is ridiculous. Why would they? It's a
don't
boat.
know.
It's a ship.
Why would
You think they would be
why
able
would-
to level it somehow using
or
magic?
just like take it off, or just take it off? It would cost them nothing. It would cost them something.
Also, Rhea, Marty and I have decided unanimously that we're going to stay here in the net for as long as they go gather Fae. Would you like to stay?
Yes. I don't think that I could necessarily get up to those stairs. Again, this is a very strange arrangement.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So, Zilkas,
Mhm.
Vicarious.
Vicarious. Oh my god, Vicarious. Oddly enough, there is a funny story about that.
Who is Vicarious?
Oh,
He's
it
the
was-
drow, the other drow that was in the hotel with us.
I was outside.
Oh.
It's okay. So it's Zilkas's brother
Yes,
and Jeremina's ex-husband.
correct.
And Zilkas and Jeremina were not aware of that relationship beforehand.
We
Is it-
were not.
That sounds very daytime sending program.
Yeah, it's like very
it.
like
I
kind of
will admit, it
basically-
was very much a sounded like a script from one of those telenovels.
Thank you. Yeah, but like, how are you feeling? Like that must have been a surprise.
Oh, it was absolutely a surprise. It is something I was not expecting. I have not seen Vicarious in, as you said, a century, and I haven't seen my other brother in about half a century, 60 years, I want to say. But that one happened because of extenuating circumstances.
We truly live in extremely interesting times, do we
We
not?
do.
Ew. I wish it would stop.
I've always lived in an interesting time. I'm sure you have too, Marty, considering what you've
Well,
told us about
yeah.
yourself.
Well, to a degree, I guess. Yeah.
Also, Rhea, you are no stranger to interesting times.
I mean, these are my interesting times. I think.
Yeah.
Well-
Feels like your entire life has been an interesting time.
Yeah, because Marty and I we haven't grown up in a situation such as the Hell Riders. That seems very novel to us.
Mm.
I mean, there were situations in the Underdark, but I still had a family, so you have this unique experience that Marty and I don't have.
Well, I certainly have a family. It's the Hell Riders themselves, but
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, of course, but I suppose I was referring to more biological means, but yes, you do have a family in the Hell Riders.
Oh, I'm not really aware of any biological family. Yeah, I could have been hatched from a tube. I don't necessarily think it's important.
It's a healthy way of looking at it. Like, family can be very odd, and having a biological family isn't necessarily any better than having, one
You
that
know,
you made
adopted
yourself.
family, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
most of
Hmm.
do we
Also?
Do
go
we?
ahead? Go ahead.
No. I was. It sounded like you had said also, so I was curious about what you were about to say.
No, I was still in my voice, and I was like, "Do we need to take a quick break?"
Oh,
Oh, that's right. It seems like Jeremina might be having trouble getting down the stairs.
Yes.
She almost fell. Oh, no, she's fine. She made it.
I think-
Quick break.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
let's just take a quick one.
All right,
Let's
we
take a
will
quick
be
one.
right back.
Alright.
Hey everybody, this is Descent into Fusion Foods.
Now you
Um,
know what we were talking about while we were.
I am your
Yes.
host, Guy Furry.
yeah,
My favorite
Guy,
tabaxi.
yes, Guy Furry, my favorite tabaxi. That's money. We're back in. So we are in the Jewel of the Styx, which is a vessel that was impaled very long ago on one of the spires of Candle. Some of our heroes, including Rhea Mantlemorn, fell down into a safety net, and behind them is a very upset skeleton. And they have been engaging in many chats. For
And-
Olin and Jeremina, they were able to snake their way to the staircase to take them down to what would effectively be the second level of the ship. There, as they clear that staircase, however it is they're able to do it, they hear a clattering of bones. Around them are a number of skeletons, some swinging from hammocks, others sort of engaging in games. You see a bunch of skeletons playing cards, things like that. As you come down, they all turn their vacuous eyes and look at you. And behind you, Jetto falls in place.
Faye, baby Faye, are you here, honey?
Jetto will say, she's not gonna answer that. He'll start looking around.
The speaker of necromancy, I am not looking. I've climbed up so many fucking stairs, walked up. You know what? No. Faye, get the fuck out here. I am done searching for you. I'm sick of this. I am sweating. I am chafing. I am bleeding from my ankle. Where the hell are you? I'm about to tear this library apart.
The skeletons are now all staring at you. The ones playing cards and the ones playing dice, they have stopped and they are just like,
Get your master. Go and get Faye. No, I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed. She's going to walk around and just start, like, she's moving furniture. It doesn't matter how unlikely it is for a person to be, she's looking at it. She's, like, poking around in hammocks that have skeletons in them. She's putting her hands through skeletons.
every time you poke into a hammock that has a skeleton, it'll be like, yeah, as you like pierce through its rib cage. And as Jeremina is doing this, at a certain point, Olin, you will feel a presence manifest next to you, and will say, "What is she doing?"
Olin knows what this feeling is, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's that a physical body is next to you.
Olin, knowing what they're here for, will just calmly look over, and what does he see?
What you see is a early teens-year-old girl with stick straight hair, dressed in all black, with a very hunched posture, standing next to you, watching Jeremina with some veiled level of amusement.
She is looking for the person named Faye, who was the skeleton thing. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. Don't say anything.
Oh no, this is funny.
Yeah.
Jeremina lifts up a chair that a skeleton is in, and it sets it down. And she's gonna find Jetto. She's gonna be like, "You're fucking hiding her, aren't you? You know exactly where she is. You've been leading us on this fucking goose chase. For what? Some kind of sicko power trip? Where the fuck is Faye? I hate Candlekeep. And she's gonna turn to one of the skeletons. You know where she is. I can see it.
Owen's gonna lean over. Can you tell one of them that you're in the rafters and make them point up?
Yeah, I could.
It would be kind of funny.
She's got kind of a weird aura about her, though. I
Uh,
don't.
What
I
kind
don't
of
really.
what kind of aura do you mean?
Uh, mm, something old.
She has said she's very old.
Bruh.
I don't. No, she doesn't look that old. She like flicks her hand, and you see one of the skeleton's arms go.
She's going to grab Jetto's shirt and bring them nose to nose. Get up to the fucking rafters and check for Faye.
I do. I've never seen her in the rafters before, but okay.
Check up the rafters.
All right. Fine.
She is kind of losing her mind a bit. It's kind of funny.
In the nets, Silkes is going to look up. He's going to squint. He's going to say, I have a feeling Jeremine is about to have a Category 5 woman moment.
Oh, no. Can we get... How much of this are we hearing, Jonathan?
Anything that's loud. So anytime Jeremy
all
flips anything, or anytime a skeleton gets big mad and like move something heavy, stuff like that. And then at which point Rhea will be like, "What is a Category 5 woman moment?"
Yeah, I was looking at that as well.
As they say that, Jeremina grabs one of the skeletons and says, "You know where she is and you're hiding it from me." And she's gonna walk past Faye and Olin, go to the stairs, and say, and toss him down.
Oh! Was that it? That's what I was gonna say.
So, it's basically she's about to tear this place apart, which she has been doing based on the I like to think that Marty, Silkes, and Rhea watched this poor skeleton fall down next to them.
It just clatters around you guys and reforms as another skeleton next to the other skeleton underneath underneath the net, and they're just like at each other.
So she walks by Olin and Faye, and he's gonna be like, "Can she see you, or is it only me?"
Watch this.
Okay.
At which point, Faye will just kind of, from your perspective, Olin, like glide. Like there is not much movement in her legs as she like moves over towards Jeremina, and she will eventually just on Jeremina's arm because she's not tall enough to reach her shoulder.
Oh, Jeremina, that is Faye. She's right there.
And Jeremina, as you turn around and you see this presence, in the back of your head, you hear, "No, it can't be."
What?
The shield.
The shield
shield?
is speaking.
What the fuck?
That's the old presence. Oh shit.
Oh, fuck.
Can't be what?
I'm not sure. At which point, Faye will say, "Have we met?"
Are you talking to my shield?
Jeremy, make a wisdom saving throw.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Oh my god. Ah,
It's gonna be like Friends or
I don't-
something.
I don't know if
Oh, no, that's
I want
charisma,
her to
right?
fail or to win.
Well, I guess we won't know.
I call that a nat one.
Well, it was nice talking to you all. We will see you next week for when she finally rolls the dice.
Clock score.
Clock score. What is that one?
Is it a 2? I'm
If you
writing
just
it too.
called a nat 1 on her, that's fucking...
What's your roll with? 5.
I could barely hear what... But
Is
okay.
it 5?
A 5.
Oh boy. Well,
There you go.
you feel the otherworldly presence of the shield
Oh.
reach across you, impose itself on you. You feel your arms rise, and you try to deliver a strike against this small teen-something girl standing in front of you. Go ahead and roll to hit.
God.
Alright, this is gonna get
I hope you
interesting.
fail.
This is where she hits a natural 20.
Right?
Do I have any control?
No, the shield has overridden your consciousness, being a sentient item, and is taking a swing on your behalf.
Does that mean she has to smite?
No, it is just a core swing.
I don't have my weapons. Thank God.
Yeah, so yeah, you would just
Mine
be.
is a melee weapon attack, and this is an unarmed strike.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
9.
9.
So 9 plus my strength, that's like a 12.
Okay. You take a swing, and she'll say, "Cute," and will sort of duck back, and will go ahead and snap her fingers, and as she does so, a circle of blood erupts underneath her, and she sort of crosses her hands. And go ahead and make a athletics or acrobatics check as you see this blood leap up and try to encircle your arms.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
Ooh, blood magic.
Is there any other blood magic users we should know about?
This is interesting.
Marty raises her hands.
1.
What?
Nat 20.
Nat 1.
Nat 1? Okay, you feel your hands get drawn together and then boom, down to the ground, and she'll say, "I'm not speaking for him, but Gargaroth, it's been far too long."
Olin runs up to Jeremy. Is she okay?
I think she should be fine. I think the shield has taken some effect on her.
Anything I can do?
Jeremy, to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, it's we gotta get Jeremina back first.
Oh, fuck. Oh, please roll well.
Do you think they found her?
16.
16? The impulse to attack this child, effectively, is brushed from your mind, and you find yourself in a position with your hands bound by handcuffs made of blood driven to the ground. At which point, you look around, blacking back in, and
Quiet.
Olin, what did you see?
You tried to hit her.
oh, she's back.
Do I need to? You said this was the. He's looking at Faye. You said this was the shield.
Most likely. We should go to my office.
Should we cut the shield off for her?
No. Don't. Okay, May I please have my hands back? Just for 6
No.
seconds.
No, I don't think so.
No, I can protect myself from being I can do that.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on.
Oh, shit.
18. 18 plus 5, so whatever that is.
Okay.
28 to the 23.
She'll say, "You've got 6 seconds," and we'll snap, and you see the blood drop out beneath your hands.
She reaches into her shirt and she pulls out like 6 necklaces. One of them, like a symbol of Zariel, the symbol of the 3 cult. Like, she's just got a bunch of necklaces on. And she's gonna fish out the symbol of Zariel, grab it, and hold it against her chest and say, "Zariel, sweet mother, protect me from all evil and all good. Bind my body, ward my mind." And she's going to cast protection from evil and good.
Okay, fair enough. At which point, Faye will say, "We should still go to my office."
Yeah, we should definitely.
Yeah.
I,
Let's go.
Oh yeah, okay. Do you wanna...
Oh, they were already off. She dropped them for you to be able to cast. in
No,
case you
no.
needed.
She's gesturing to put them back on.
Oh, and she's like, "No, it'll be fine. I can kill you if I want to."
Okay, that's really relieving to hear.
She will float out the way that you guys came. At which point, the skeletons that were like gambling and stuff will sort of like motion to her like they owe her, like she owes them money, and then we'll just be like, ah. And she'll beckon you all to follow. At which point, those of you sitting in the net will see this small Wednesday Addams looking motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, is that a gremlin?
I don't fucking know, just don't get it after midnight. Oh, are you Faye?
Are you Faye?
Yes.
Oh,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you. We're friends of Jeddo
And the other 2.
and the other 2.
Great. You guys should come to my office too. Do you need help up?
That would be delightful.
That would be nice, actually. Yeah.
Great. And at which point she'll snap her fingers and point down, and those skeletons that were underneath you, the marrow that is inside of them will explode outwards and lift you guys upwards. And the skeletons are just sort of like, as
I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about this. This feels very wrong.
What the fuck?
I'm fine with them being skeletons. I don't think I like being touched by dead things. I am going to have to take the longest shower.
I'm not sure. Like the calcium is fine. Marrow is different.
I have a really nice bathroom.
Can I use it?
Yeah, certainly.
Great.
Oh, I had a couple questions for you. But where?
Let's wait till we get to our office.
Where is Jeremina, Olin, and Jeddo?
I think they should be right behind me.
Hey, we found the Fae.
Yes.
I blacked out.
Oh.
And then Olin said that I tried to hit Faye, and then there's blood. It's from the blood cuffs. Okay,
Whoa!
There's a skeleton.
I'm really not worried about it. You're, wearing one of the generals of the 9 hells on your back, so...
Oh my god.
Is that
Well,
what
that would explain why he was the only one to be able to speak to you.
Oh.
Come on, let's go to my office.
Jeddo? Are you
Yep.
up there?
I'm right here.
Oh! Hi.
Are you alright, Rhea?
Yes, I am. I'm right here.
Yep.
The lifting was very odd.
Yeah, it was an odd experience for all of us.
This is
Mhm.
interesting.
But it's lovely to meet you. Miss Reader? Faye? I don't know what preferences you have with
Just-
honorifics.
Just Faye is fine. We should
Oh.
go to my office.
To your office.
Okay. You all follow Faye to her office. She does not move her legs much. She mostly floats. As you do,
I know that she's floating. I'm thinking that she's just wearing Heelys.
yes,
Healing across Candlekeep.
yes, amazing. I love that. Anyways, eventually you guys make your way to the Spire of Necromancy, and as you walk up through it, there are some aesthetic choices here that may be considered questionable in some parts of the Sword Coast. And eventually you are brought up to what constitutes as her main office, and sitting in the floor in front of you is a dragon.
Good.
And that dragon has been flayed apart at the ribs, and all of its organs have been removed. It is kind of stinky in here. And she kind of floats across to her desk and will sort of sit down and will say, "Okay, what did you guys need?"
A little bit of everything.
Yeah. Well, at first, I was several things. First, I wanted to ask you about blood magic because I need to work on my EV3 is with us now. Work on EV3's arms and want to learn about blood magic, and then also I need to figure out what the hell happened with Jeremy because something happened there. And then and Marty will reach into her pocket to double check that it's there because she wasn't sure with the falling part of the net. And we'll pull out the Infernal Puzzle cube and hold it out to her. I was told that you could open this because I've been trying and it's not working.
Oh,
Also, we need special access to get books about Barovia. Also, you're needed at the council about the Elturel. Also, my shield knew you.
There's a lot. Let's start with the cube, because that's most interesting to me.
Yeah, I've been working on it forever, and I can't get past this one part. And Marty will sort of babble on about her notes that she's taken about the cube thus far, because she's been taking copious notes.
Infernal puzzle cubes are interesting. They always require something of note to open. Let me take a look at it, given everything you've said. And she'll take it and spin it in her hands and place it down in front of her, cross her hands, and then stare at it intently for a moment, and then her eyes just roll back in her head. And then she'll say, "Okay, give me a minute." And we'll place her hands out, and her own blood seeps from her hands across, and she sort of levitates it and floats it, and will click it all different ways like a Rubik's Cube. And at a certain point, there will be lights that sort of pop across it, and it just sort of expands into a set of plates across that open. And she'll sort of turn it. And for those of you who can read Infernal, you will be able to read this. But she will read aloud in Common. And she says, be it known to all that I, Fabius Krieg, High Overseer of Elturel, have sworn to my master, Zariel, Lord of Avernus, to keep the agreements contained in this oath. I hereby submit to Zariel in all matters and for all time. I will place her above all creatures, living and dead. I will obey her all of my days, and beyond, with fear and severity. I recognize the dispensation of a device called the Solar Insidiator, hereafter called the Companion, in my capacity as High Overseer of Elturel and its vassal territories. I acknowledge that all lands falling under the light of the Companion are forfeit to Zariel. All persons willingly bound by oath to defend Elturel are also considered forfeit. I further recognize that this dispensation will last as long as my master wills it, after which the Companion will return whence it came, taking Elturel and its oath-bound defenders with it, when it is Zariel's wish. All of this is my everlasting pledge. Fabius Creed.
So,
Oh my
Oh.
god.
And as
wow.
you all hear that explained, you hear a slump sound as
Rhea.
Rhea Mantleborn collapses in on herself and gets very upset.
EV3 would
oh, I
like,
thought
catch
she,
her.
I thought she died. Okay.
Yeah. EV3 tried to catch her, like if it can.
No. She's like she's dropping forward like on her knees.
I thought
like,
EV3 wasn't there because of the bridge.
No, she came with us back
No,
to the
no.
office.
Yeah. This
Oh, that's right, we went
this
back
is a more
across the bridge.
structured place, but
I forgot. We went back
all that
across.
being said, she's not like fainting. She's like falling forward into her hands.
Can we get that in text?
Yes, yeah. I have it printed out.
Yeah. Marty is just like immediately sort of like going down, like kneeling next to her. It's like, wait,
But Marty, give her space.
I,
Just
She just needs a moment.
yeah, okay.
we'll
She'll
unpack
back.
this later.
Yeah.
I can't. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a joke when he nodded at me.
Why? Who would
Oh,
make this
that's-
deal?
Why? Why would he do that?
Oh fuck.
Welcome back.
Just not the night.
It didn't. That bargaining didn't work.
What if the cult was forcing Thaddeus? What if the cult was forcing Zariel's hand, right, to bring Elturel down? What if the cult of Zariel was accelerating it? Leapfrog.
We're just dropping like flies.
So you're deafened and muted. What is...
I don't know.
We can't hear you.
They're reading.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That explains
Okay.
the deafened thing too.
If you watch Mars's eyes, they're going like this.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
Thaddeus sold
Elturel.
a soul incinerator? The what? A soul. 1 second.
Solar incinerator. Something like
The-
I had to deafen you guys so I could read.
Yeah. We pieced that together. It took us a second.
A solar insidiator. Okay, solar means sun. Insidiator. I mean that's like
What is all
insidious,
that?
right? It's like the companion was a parasite.
It also implies that the solar insidiator came from or was a product of Zariel's making.
Right. When you make a deal, there's a physical remnant. I mean, obviously we have this here.
Right.
But that
Rhea at this point will say, and we all agreed to the Creed Resolute.
Mhm.
So you were bound to defend Elturel no matter what.
What the Hellriders were, but everyone in Elturel swore the Creed Resolute after the companion. And she's getting very upset.
So,
Rhea.
depending on how long this deal has been going on, the city of Elturel was essentially one
We-
big sacrifice.
We know how long it's been going on. We know exactly when the companion first came to Elturel. It's like some 100 odd.
It's
What?
just been one big sacrifice in the
But
making.
Thavius Krieg, when he rose to the position of overseer, he eventually introduced the Creed Resolute. It is a
Pledge of allegiance.
Essentially, but
effectively.
that's
And
what I'm.
so
Sorry.
all are sworn to protect Elturel. All are sworn to Elturel. So this means that all Elturelians, me included, are damned.
Like I
Damn.
said, ever since Fabius came, I don't know when Fabius became overseer, but he must have had already pledged himself to Zerial, and hence made this pledge under her, meaning that you all were his sacrifice, his gift to Zerial, essentially.
Completely damned. Like
There's
you
no.
guys will always go to hell. To the hell.
This seems pretty airtight.
Until
Zerial.
ends it. Zariel is
Ends
the only.
it.
So not completely. There is always. I've made a deal to I've made an oath, and there's always an escape. You are not completely damned, Rhea.
Well, if she's going to want my soul, she's going to have to take it from me.
Fuck yes.
Fucking right. Fuck. We have to tell people. We have to tell them. We have to tell them. We have to.
Shit. Yeah, I'm sorry, Marty. I'm still.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We're fucking reeling. I'm reeling. This is.
Oh.
He's.
Oh, them babies. Even the
Women
red.
and children.
The red light.
Would the babies? I don't think the children would count unless they were old enough to speak and hence do the Creed Resolute.
No.
Well, what's unfortunate about it is it seems like the way it was constructed
Included them.
Yeah, the whole of Elturel was also doomed. So their souls aren't necessarily doomed. They could theoretically be killed in the hells and still end up in a higher plane. But if their souls were bargained for or things like that inside of hell, they would still be doomed.
What can we do? Is there anything? What do we do? Who?
I'd have to consult with someone who knows a bit better than me.
The only thing I can think of right now is we would literally have to go through the hells in order to do anything about
And
it.
I'm no offense. This is a big moment. A little bit above our fucking heads.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
I'm saying, what do we do? But there's nothing we can do. What can we do?
Right.
We got the infernal cube. We covered it. We brought it here. We found Faye. We did what we could.
Mm.
It is out of our hands.
Yeah.
Also.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, we just kill her, right? Like, they just go down there. Gods have died. Angels can die. Avernus things can die. She just dies. That's it.
You say it like it's easy.
Well, it's not
I'd have
easy,
to
but it is a solution. But sorry,
confer with my,
speakers.
yeah, the other speakers. More specifically, Praxagor. He knows a bit more about this.
We swap at her with one of them hellfire blades. She's sent through the Styx or wherever. wiped clean. It's all good.
We also have to find her and reach. They would also have to find
We?
her and reach her. They slip of the tongue.
But
Yeah.
it's Candlekeep, and there's a dragon skull that can give them everything they need.
You guys visited Londo? You shouldn't have done that.
Also, I hate to divulge from the current situation. Marty points at the eviscerated dragon.
Why should we have not said gone down to Alondo? Faye?
Well, like, only speakers are allowed to, approach the.
We know that.
Jaya Brasdown,
Oh,
Good
Who's
move right
looking
now.
for you.
he shouldn't have done that. And she'll like look at him, and he'll like look at her and shrug.
So, okay. Game plan. We are going to take this. We're taking this, and we are going
To put a pin in it currently.
to put a pin in it. We are going to
No, we
have
didn't-
the crisis council again.
We
Yes.
are going to put it in the hands of Faye.
Well, don't do that. You need to bring it before the Crisis Council, not just
Oh.
me.
I don't want to carry that.
I'll keep carrying it. Give it.
You are not carrying that. So,
I've been carrying it.
I
This entire
wasn't
time.
say I was going to carry it. I said I will. I thought I will just discuss it in.
It's literally a document.
Yeah.
a document that you opened with blood.
Well, she'll be able to open it again.
No, it's now permanently open.
Oh, it's permanently opened.
Marty will take it. She takes it. It is now back in her pocket. If it
Uh,
anymore.
Because either way, I couldn't touch it. So
That's right. Okay. Okay, this is fine. This is approachable. I don't know a lot about history, but let's think about this. Considering what we went through over the past year, it's very localized. We
Yes.
have that at least. That it is localized to a city.
That we know of.
That document was pretty damning.
Well,
yes,
there could be this contract. What other?
But that's fine. That's other cities.
that's a different problem.
It is not a worldwide issue. Very much approachable.
What was her name? Van Vamper was in. What would have happened if Van Vamper had become
Marty,
the leader of Baldur's Gate?
you are not picking up what I'm putting down.
We handle the situation now.
It is a localized situation. If
Who's
there were others,
Van Thamper, though?
I'll do this, Jeremina. Thamara Van Thampa was a Duke of Baldur's Gate. She was in the running to become the head of Baldur's Gate. We found her. She killed herself. Agreed to meet us later if we ever go to hell. Was in cahoots with Fabius Krieg and Zariel. There you go.
yes.
So it sounds like she intended for Baldur's Gate to be next.
Most likely.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But she didn't. It
But she
didn't
didn't.
happen.
But what other leaders are out there?
We don't know.
Oh,
And we can't
then
do anything about it.
romance. Oh my god,
Marty?
Sorry, I
No.
know. I know. I'm sorry.
Think about it this way, okay? Making deals are expensive. They're taxing, they wear down on you. One of the side effects of the deals that I've made is that I age a little bit weird. Sometimes I don't cast a shadow. So, making deals like this are big. Also, getting to that point, a lot more taxing than you think. People are not casually trading away cities. El Toro was first. Yes, there were intentions to make other cities. Yes. Every time this happens, fucking time this happens, it is always going to be a domino. But that is why we're pinning it here. We are putting the little dam in the river. There are no other towns being affected. Take rejoice in this, Marty. This shit only happens on the Sword Coast. No, I'm being serious. Once you get past the Sword Coast, once you get a little bit inland, yeah, there's undead, there's marauders, there's other stuff. But people aren't doing this. They aren't. They're doing like actual stuff, like resource wars or land struggles, okay? It only happens, which I know is horrible, because you live on the Sword Coast.
Yeah. I hate to put a hole in your theory, Jeremy, but they keep on saying that the whole soul like death curse thing like it was like a cult thing.
Yes, but that was about souls.
And it wasn't cult related.
And it wasn't cult related.
Honestly, I think it's all related because you really got to look at the deal, right? So this was an open-ended deal where Fabius Krieg said that as long as
Zariel wills it.
after the companion, whence it came, yada yada, I think that Zariel needed souls for the blood war after the death curse and made good on the deal. Pulled the city down to make sure that she had an adequate number of souls to feed the army to keep the blood war going.
It's connected, but not in a direct way. It's more of a cause and effect kind of situation.
I think so.
Yep. Okay. This is fine. Okay. Sorry for freaking out. It's fine.
Don't apologize. I freaked out and I almost had a 13-year-old girl. We're fine.
Great. I did.
You know what? We will work this out. We'll do it creatively. Olin?
Ah.
Never mind. I don't know how to ask.
You can just ask. I probably can figure it out.
What I'm asking is stupid, Olin.
We just learned that there's a actual real conspiracy that is true, so...
Okay, so you can ask. It's not going to matter.
Can you make sure that we don't... I don't know, can you make sure we don't... She'll kind of gesture wide with her hand. Can you keep me safe? And the others too, I guess, if they want in? Me?
I mean, to the best of my ability, I will make sure you are all safe and get home.
That whole city.
Whole city and its territories and vassals.
But...
At which point, Rhea will say, I think the Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate is probably down there with El Toro.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
He was scheduled for a visit when I was out. I was out on a mission, and he was there, or should have been there, speaking with Fabius Krieg. But there was great pomp and circumstance around his arrival. I know that he was there.
Another Duke of Baldur's Gate, or
the Grand Duke?
The
Grand
Grand
Duke.
Duke.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, the one they were trying to replace.
Yes.
That might have been why he was there.
Older
He was there to talk with Oh gosh. Like I'm sorry. I'm not freaking out. I am putting together the little pieces of string in my brain.
At which point Faye will say, maybe everybody should go and
No, that's the reason
take
I
a breather.
putting a pin in it so we can focus on the actual
Mhm.
situations that are going to happen over the coming days. We have to categorize.
Mm-hmm.
You should
Okay.
also speak to Trexigor. I think
I mean, if we're going to have a re-meeting of the speakers, then that will go without saying. For now, what we're going to do is we are going to go back to the hotel.
Mhm.
Jeremina, you are going to spend time with Wolfrin and Vicarious and make the clothing. We are going to focus on what we're going to say next time when we meet up. And after that, we will focus on the party. Because
right,
Yeah.
party.
this is
Wolfrin
because
is nice, by the way. He's a good kid.
What? You met him already?
Yeah, I did the recovery.
Oh.
You?
Yeah,
Oh my
your
god.
ex-husband is weird.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Wait. Also,
Oh no. Oh, this is gonna
Did-
leave a lasting impression on him.
yes, Marty?
we haven't really covered the whole shield thing.
Oh, that's true. We
Oh.
do need to discuss that
Oh
now.
my god. Yeah, I did get
Yeah.
possessed by who? General of the Nine Hills?
Gargoyle.
Yeah, his name is Gagaroth.
Wait, how do you know that?
Because I'm familiar with one of his rivals from the Blood War from many years ago. It's not important. Just go see the armory. They can sort you out. They could very easily organize a trade or something.
Jagger?
Wisdom?
Gagaroth, yeah. He might call himself something else, but don't believe him. He's
Yeah,
a piece of
hidden
shit.
lore. Gagaroth? Oh my
Yeah.
god, no wonder. Only someone who winds up in the Nine Hills could be named Gagaroth.
Certainly would be a torture to be called that every day.
Right?
Alright.
He casts protection from evil and good.
So, do we currently have an unwinding plan in mind until we meet again?
Marty's. Go ahead.
Also, Faye, I do still need to use your bathroom.
Oh yeah. She'll like raise her hand, and the dragon corpse will sort of like pivot on like a 20-degree angle to clear the tail of a particular door, and she'll say, "It's that door over there."
Thank you very much. I will
No
be right
problem.
back.
I can understand why you need the bathroom. By the way, what's up with the dragon?
Oh, there's been like an uptick of, dragons over the course of the past couple years to months, and I don't know. This one washed up ashore. Figured we'd crack it open and see if there was anything interested about it. It wasn't looking to become a Dracolich, but it like a beached whale. It just kind of showed up.
You love this kid so fucking much. Okay. I love her.
Hey,
Holy
Faye,
shit.
Yeah.
are you one of them goths?
Get it? Because she's gothic?
Like, what do you mean? Like, some sort of like northern raider or something?
No. Like one of them. My ex-husband's daughter was once gothic, and she said it's like a opposite culture where like there's like skulls and like black. Well, she said she was emo, but she was. Are you emo?
Is that a variety of magic that I'm unfamiliar with?
It's fashion aesthetic choices.
That sounds dumb.
So you're not gothic?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I just
Uh,
my fashion aesthetic choices are based off of what's available here in the keep and what I can get on the few expeditions I go on outside of.
Okay.
Ahsoka's will come back out. He's got his hair put up in a very neat bun. He's got like basically everything covered. All right.
Okay.
Jeremy and I can't be touched for a couple
That's
hours.
Okay. You're taking time to relax.
Great news.
Mm-hmm.
Vicarious was a performance chef for
course
8
he was.
years. And he did used to juggle knives. So,
Was his signature dish, by chance, any kind of soup and or sandwich?
yeah, he made this like 3-cheese grill with a tomato soup. Well, that's what he made for us.
I'm aware. Familiar, rather. I'm familiar.
But my son's here. My ex-husband's here. We got a whole library of it. Bae, can we get special access to them Barovia books?
If I can get special access to your ex-husband's cooking.
Absolutely. Why don't you come on over with us, baby? And that's Rhea. Well, obviously you're still coming to Jeddah.
Rhea is still like
Freaking out in the corner!
She's
she is having a existential moment. Faye doesn't so much
like,
give a shit.
Sitting,
So guys will be like,
not like at Rhea, but she's like sort of like she's sitting on the ground, like near her, and like as much of solidarity as she can.
Silkers will be like, I will probably help Vicarious in the kitchen. If he doesn't, I am still very intimately aware of the scar he has between his third and fourth rib. The first time he didn't let me in the kitchen.
What the hell?
But yeah,
Faye will laugh because that's a very primitive way to kill somebody.
Faye, yeah, why don't you come with us? Jeddah too. The back loves cooking, the bigger the crowd, and I'm sure Wolfrin, he's a little morbid.
That's probably why they got along.
Yes, so I know he'd love to prick your ear. Just drown out the existential crisis with company. That's always been my little motto. Okay. Woo!
Sounds good. We should go down to the Court of Air. Let's do that. That'll be fun.
Rhea, are you okay to walk?
Ray is like, I will be okay. I don't think I want to participate in dinner though.
Do you want us to bring you anything to your room? Because you
I-
should still eat. It's very important.
Yes, that'll be okay. I'll follow you all down.
But do you want food?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Marty?
Uh-huh.
Can you... She'll stick her hand out and wiggle her fingers.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Hold my hand.
Oh, sure. Marty will take Jeremy's hand and give it. a squeeze.
Olin,
Nah,
hold my other hand.
or what?
Comfort.
Oh!
Back.
I thought something was wrong.
Yes!
Something is wrong.
Something is wrong!
Oh, okay. And he'll hold on to your hand just like, we were just having a conversation. What happened?
Right. And with that, as the party begins to descend their way from the Tower of Necromancy back down to the Court of Air, that is where we will leave it for this week. having engaged in many good times. And
Good times. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Mostly the
Times-
worst of times.
Oh, no,
times were had.
we have
Um,
fluff next session.
yes, yes.
We are having so much fucking fluff.
The next session will be very fluffy. It will actually mostly be preparation for the actual real Crisis Council now that you all have gotten Faye interested, and the eventual formal event tied to said Crisis Council. So, with that, we will leave it off and see
Hell
you
yeah,
all
hell
next week.
yeah.
Have a good night.
Mm.
Bye, guys.
Bye.